But why is he citing this experience? To uh, to convince Antonio that whatever he has taken will be returned to him. Okay, whatever debt he has taken from him will be returned to him. Okay, so he starts with this. In my school days, when I had lost one shaft is an arrow. Okay, I shot his fellow of the same same flight. His fellow over here means I shot the simpler arrow of the same flight means in the same direction. The same way with the more advanced watch. Then same exactly the same way with careful watch to find the other fourth in order to find the other one. He means to say that in my school days, when I was a schoolboy, if I had lost one arrow, I used to shoot and exactly, that is his fellow over here, it means an exactly same arrow, similar kind of arrow in exactly the same direction. And then by following with keen interest, keen attention, the course of the second arrow, I often used to find the first one. Okay, and by adventuring both, I oft found both. And by looking out for the both the arrows, I often got both. Okay, by risking a second arrow, I often got both. I urge this childhood proof because what follows is pure innocence. He says, I cite this boyhood experience. I am giving this childhood example because what I propose now is harmless. Okay, is pure innocence. I owe you much, and like a willful youth, that which I owe is lost. He says, I am indebted to you. I owe you so much, and like a self-willed young youth, like a reckless young man, I have lost everything. I have squandered away the money which I have borrowed from you. But he says, if you please, if you care to make the same experiment. Okay, he says, but if you please to shoot another arrow that self way which you did shoot the first, I do not doubt, as I will watch the aim, or to find both, or bring you latter hazard back again, and thankfully rest debtor for the first. He means to say that if you care to make the same experiment once again and shoot another arrow in the same direction as the first, that is, if you venture to give me another loan, he's talking about the loan. See, if you venture to give me another loan, then considering that I will watch the flight of the second arrow very carefully, I'll be careful about my second expenditure. Unlike the previous one, I'm not going to be so spendthrift. I'm quite sure to get back both of them. I'm quite sure that I'll pay off both your loans. In any case, I shall bring your second arrow safely back to you. That means I shall pay you back the second loan and remain ever grateful and bound to you for the first. Right? That's why he'll say, I can pay back at least your second loan and remain your grateful debtor for the first one. Antonio says, you know me well, and herein spend but time to whine about my love with circumstance. So he says, you know me very well, Bassanio. He says, you know me very well, and you are only wasting time in appealing to my love in this manner. Okay? See, he says, you're just beating about the bush without any reason. He means to say that you know me very well, but in here you only waste my time by making all the references to my love. Then he says, and out of doubt you do me now more wrong in making question of my uttermost than if you had made waste of all I have. Then do but say to me what I should do, that in your knowledge may be done, may by me be done, and I am pressed unto it, therefore speak. I am pressed unto it means that I am ready to do anything for you. So it says, you are just without any reason you're doubting, and out of doubt means indeed what you are doing, you're doing me wrong. By undoubtedly you are doing wrong by doubting whether I'm ready to do my utmost for you than you would if you had wasted all that I possess. He means that surely you wrong me by doubting about my readiness to help you with a bigger amount of money than you would actually spend. He means that holds good even if it means making me to lose all my wealth. He means to say that Antonio says that even if you have, I'm ready to do my utmost for you than you would if you had wasted all that I possess. I don't mind. Then only tell me what can I do for you, or what you think I may do to help you, and ready to do at once. Then he says, speak out, please. Bassanio says, in Belmont is a lady richly left. In Belmont, okay, he says, in Belmont there is a lady who has been left a rich heiress, who has inherited much wealth, and she is fair, she is beautiful, and fairer than that word. She is so beautiful and has great virtues of wondrous virtue.